Hello, this is the video for the second week where we talk about flipping tools. And this may be a piece of cake for some of you that are already, I know some of you have some experience doing this kind of work. But if you don't have experience, this week can be a frustrating adventure. It's managing technology, it's getting things to do what they want to do, what you want them to do, and sometimes it just doesn't play nice or doesn't cooperate. So, regardless of what hardware you have, you can do just about anything you need to do with just a computer. I will show you some other tools that are available maybe at your school, or if you get into this flipping or you're already into it, you may already have. I think that there are three main tools that we'll talk about as far as hardware tools. I will also talk about a couple pieces of software and a few other things as we go along. Recording the screen. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm recording the screen. I haven't touched the mouse yet. I haven't touched the arrows yet. I'm not moving anything. Now I'll start moving. You can see my movement on the screen. If I open up a new tab and I show the kids, I'm going to go to Google and we're going to do a search on something, and maybe I'm doing a lesson on how to do something online, or I'm doing a lesson on how to search. I'm recording the screen and everything is going fine. That is screen recording. I'm doing that because I'm on a Mac. One of the easiest ways to do it is just with QuickTime Player, and you just select new screen recording and you go. Then the file is saved wherever you save it, and you upload that file to, I upload it to YouTube. There are a lot of other tools, but YouTube is one that I use. So if we look at, I was showing you one of our tools right here. I'm going to show you EduCreations in a second if you're wondering what that was. In the flipping tools, which I'm going to open as soon as this video is done, we are going to look at all of these different tools are available to you, but you don't have to use them all. EduCreations, Screencast-O-Matic, EduCreations and Screen Chomp. Show Me, Explain Everything is a great one for the iPad. Explain a website on the iPad, then you look at video creation software, ScreenFlow, Camtasia, QuickTime X with Lion, QuickTime Player, Screencast-O-Matic is another one that's available to you. These are all resources that we've compiled to help you do your thing. Video creation, and you got to remember your video is both, we want to be able to record our screen, but we also want to be able to ink our screen a little bit, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Video hosting, YouTube, Vimeo, Vidler, SchoolTube, any of those places, you can put that kind of stuff. Let's just talk about inking our screen for a second. If you're not familiar with EduCreations, I think I'd spend some time there. One of the things you can do in EduCreations is that you can record your screen in an offline setting, and then have that link given to your kids. But I'm just going to show you. I use it sometimes in a flipped environment, and I'm just using the mouse, and I will record the screen. Now, remember, we're talking about a flipped environment where this is what a lot of the public and a lot of people think flipping is recording some lesson and putting it in there. It is in a certain extent, but we're going to broaden that view quite a bit. It's a narrow view when you think about just recording a lecture and replacing the whiteboard with a digital one, and that's a narrow view of flipping. So, but we still have to have that skill set. We still need to know how to do this. So if you look at what our three goals are this week, and a lot of you may be done. We look at inking success. When you have inked your screen, post that you're successful. When you have recorded your screen, post when you were successful. Video upload success. When you've got your video online so other people can watch it, great. You're good to go. I've got two files. I've got a YouTube directions and links, and I've got an inking tools, and I have an inking recording resources. This is the week. Basically, you are going to ink your screen. Now, what do I mean by inking a screen? Well, when I did this with EduCreations, that's in a sense inking a screen. I use a tool called Ink2Go. And Ink2Go allows me to write directly on a screen, anywhere I want it to be, or it gives me a whiteboard to work on as well. And if I get rid of the whiteboard, you'll see I can write underneath it, put the whiteboard back on, and write right here. I'm just using the mouse to write at this time. Okay, it's got an eraser, it's got all of this good stuff, and you can actually record right within it as well. The one thing that I do like about Ink2Go, and this is a program that I think costs about $15, $20. If you're going to get into flipping, I would recommend it. It works well for me. But here's one thing that I do like about Ink2Go is this piece. It has a built-in camera, so as I explain things to the children over here, I can have my picture up here. Now, why I turned the camera on is that I want to just show you some tools. This is a couple of older tools that we've had good success with. This is a Como tablet, and you may have one of these at your school or at your disposal. Mimeo makes one that's very similar. What this allows me to do is allows me to write on my screen with a stylus. You can use your stylus and it allows it to write on the screen. Another one that's similar to that is a bamboo tablet. Looks like this, actually wires into your computer. So as you're making videos, you're using the tablet to write. It makes your writing smoother and easier to use. The other one that I use a lot now is my iPad. Okay, I have a stylus, and the iPad does several things for me. It goes both directions. I will take my iPad and put it onto my computer and record it. I'll take my computer and put it on my iPad and record via my iPad. One of the great programs that I know is in the list is called Explain Everything. And that one I really, really like for the iPad. It's got a great set of drawing tools. I record right on my iPad. So I'm doing my flip lesson, not using a computer, I'm using my iPad. And then I upload it to YouTube. I do that quite often. With you guys, I tend to use the computer for this class for the majority of the time. But right now, this drawing on the screen is inking the screen, and the fact that I'm recording it at the same time, I'm recording my screen. Now what will I do when I'm done? The file will come down, I will upload that to YouTube, I will take my directions in YouTube, use an embed code or the link to YouTube, and put it in whatever I am using to get the stuff to my kids. Whether that's Edmodo, whether it's Canvas, whether it's your own website, whether it's Google Docs and an email system, it doesn't matter. But you have, that file has to come down and has to go to YouTube. So our goal this week, plain and simple, and I will open up next week early because there is quite a bit of reading. We will probably open that up on Thursday or Wednesday for next week. But by Sunday, well, this Sunday you have quite a few assignments. By next Sunday, we want to record our screen, ink our screen. Ooh, that's kind of funny. Move my hand away from the camera. And upload it to the web. So we know how to manage our technology, we know how to record our screen and do all of those things. So I'm going to turn my camera off here again. We're going to go back to, we're going to go back to the web page here. And I'm going to clear all that. So get rid of Ink2Go quick. I still have my pen. Let me get rid of that again. Wow. All right, here we go. So you look at next week, you basically have 3 posts, and you don't have to respond to anybody else. You don't have to do anything else. I'll be opening the content delivery up a little bit earlier than March 6th, probably a day or so earlier. Next week, the 3rd week, has a little more reading, a little more responding, and so forth. So if you are an experienced flipper, if you've done this kind of stuff and you manage your technology, this is an easy week for you. If you haven't, I know it's going to be stressful. Remember, troubleshooting forum, troubleshooting forum, troubleshooting forum. You experienced folks, get in here and help them out, because we're going to have computers of all different flavors and types. But our goal is to record something on our screen, record our screen, while we're writing or inking on our screen and getting that thing to YouTube or Vimeo or someplace where we can do something with it. All right, you have a great week, and we will talk to you I'll probably put a video out there middle of next week about the next week when I open that up, and we'll keep going forward. Thank you.